Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Rich and your girl Lucy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is her ability to understand and respond to her formal obedience commands. The little corrections and the lots of motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And Lucy's going to come home with her very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Lucy's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our formal obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Lucy, heel.
Lucy, heel.
Now at this point, Lucy has a job to do, and that is to match pace with you when walking. So pass this along to your dog walker. This is called the heel command, and it is proper leash walking. Incorporated into that command is an automatic sit, so that when you stop your feet, she should be sitting automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And you see Rich praising her for a good job, and she stays right even with his left leg when walking. So that stops her from pulling out to the end of the leash. She's a Spitfire. She's cute, but she can be really, really difficult when she wants to be, and hard-headed. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. And you can practice this right inside your home. The long sit stay, you're going to start out with about 30 seconds and work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her as an additional distraction, and she should remain seated until she gets her next command, and they're going to take off heeling again. Nice, always everything, under control, always acting like a lady. Now you saw Rich give her a little tug on her training collar because she didn't sit right away. Then they'll do that again. There you go. You can see that she knows it, and sometimes she chooses not to do it, and that's why I'm telling you ahead of time that you're going to have to be an enforcer sometimes. Now this time, instead of returning back to her, Rich is going to call her.
Lucy, come.
This is the recall. She should come right in front of you and sit facing your knees.
Lucy, heel.
And he's talking to her, encouraging her.
Good girl. Lucy, heel.
And we're going to be demonstrating that come on command again. This is so that she comes when called. Nice automatic sit. Rich leaves her in a stay.
Lucy, come.
Calls her in, and she should come right in front and sit, which she did.
Lucy, heel.
Then she goes back to heel and back sitting.
Good girl. Lucy, heel.
Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are her down on commands, and this means to lie down when you're told to down. Look at that face. Is that too much or what? Now this time, always have her seated before you attempt to put her into a down. You use your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and then stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her, returning all the way back to heel position, so everything starts and stops at heel position. And they're going to demonstrate that again for us. So remember, at heel position with her seated, left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down.
No.
Now she shouldn't be licking and fussing and doing all that. She should be laying down. And that's the command as it was taught. That's why Rich corrected her for that. And this time, instead of returning back to her, he calls her in. And then takes her back around to heel position and back sitting.
Lucy, heel.
Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. This is a little bit harder. So with your dog seated at your left, you leave her in a stay. You use your
Down.
right hand to give the command, and she goes down from a distance. That was very well done.
Lucy, come. Good girl.
He calls her in. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Lucy's formal obedience commands. Her heeling, her automatic sits, her stays, her down from a distance. Like you can see that she really hated it here and it was awful. We have so enjoyed having her. She's done a great job here at school. We're going to be here to answer any questions that you have as we move forward. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.